Good morning, students. Now this is the second lecture on on fuels, based on fuels. Now here we will do numericals based on weight calculations, that is for solid fuels. Remember, in my previous lecture we had done the calculation for gaseous fuels and those were based on volume. So this is for solid fuels and the calculations are based on weight. So I will be starting straight with the numerical and we will be discussing the theory meanwhile. So the first numerical is calculate the weight and volume of air required for the combustion of 3 kg of carbon. Now see, just as you have done for gaseous fuels, what we will do is we will write down the combustion reaction of carbon. Then we will calculate how much oxygen is required for the combustion of 1 kg of carbon. After that, we will calculate oxygen required for the combustion of 3 kg of carbon. From that, from the weight of oxygen that we get, we will calculate the weight of air required. And from the weight of air is then converted into the volume of air required for combustion. Remember, the question says that calculate both the weight and volume of air. Now, how you will do this? You will write the combustion reaction. So, C plus O2 gives you CO2. Now, you can see 12 kg of carbon requires 32 kg of oxygen for combustion, or we can say 12 grams requires 32 grams. Either way, so but since we are doing the calculation in terms of kg, so we say kg. Now, what is the weight of oxygen which is required to burn 12 kg carbon? That is 32 kg. So, how much oxygen is required to burn 3 kg carbon? That will be 32 by 12 into 3, that is 8 kg. So, 8 kg of oxygen is required to burn 3 kg of carbon. Now, you have to calculate how much air is required for the combustion of 3 kg of carbon. Now, air contains 23% oxygen by weight. So, the weight of air required will be 8 into 100 by 23 and that works out to 34.783 kg. Or you can say it is 34,783 grams. So, this is the weight of air which is required for the combustion of 3 kg of carbon. Now you have to find out how much volume of air is required. So how do we do that? Let us see. Now we know that 1 mole of any gas at STP occupies 22.4 liters. 1 mole means molecular weight expressed in grams and the molecular weight of air is 28.94 grams. So 28.94 grams of air will occupy 22.4 liters volume. So the volume occupied by 34,783 gram of air will be 22.4 divided by 28.94 into 34,783 grams. So this works out to 26.92 into 10 to the power 3 liters. And this is, since 1 liter is 10 raised to power 3 meter cube, so this is 26.92 meter cube. So we get the weight of air which we got from a previous calculation, and in this slide we have done how you convert the weight into volume. Now this is the second numerical. Calculate the weight of air needed for the complete combustion of 5 kg of coal containing carbon 80%, hydrogen 15% and rest oxygen. Oxygen can be calculated by subtracting from 100. So 80 plus 15 is 95. So oxygen will be 5%. So when you are doing the calculation, you can find out oxygen. Now just as we did for volume based numericals, we will draw a table. We will write down each constituent per kg of the fuel. Then we will write down the combustion equation. Then we will calculate oxygen required. And then we will calculate the amount of air required. Now here you can see the first column contains the constituent. Second column contains the weight of the constituent per kg of the fuel. Remember here this is solid fuel, so we are doing it in terms of weight. If it is gaseous fuel, then it is in terms of volume. Now then the combustion equation is written. You know how to write combustion equation. For carbon it is C plus O2 gives you CO2. For hydrogen it is H2 plus half O2 gives you H2O. Oxygen does not burn, but it helps in burning. Now weight of oxygen required. How do we calculate that? See, 12 grams of carbon requires 32 grams of oxygen for combustion. So 0.80 kg of carbon will require 0.80 into 32 by 12, that is 2.133 kg of oxygen. Similarly, hydrogen. So 2 kg of hydrogen requires 16 kg of oxygen for combustion. So 0.15 will require 0.15 into 16 by 2, that is 1.20 kg. So total oxygen required, you add the two, it will be 2.133 plus 1.20. So that comes out to 3.333 kg. Now from this we can calculate. Now what is the oxygen which is required from air? It is the total oxygen required minus the net oxygen, minus the oxygen in fuel. So the total oxygen required is 3.333. The oxygen in fuel is 0.05 kg, so we subtract it. So the net oxygen which is required from air that you are supplying will be 3.283 kg. Now air contains 23% oxygen by weight. That means if you require 23 kg of oxygen, you will have to supply 100 kg of air. So when you require 3.283 kg of oxygen, you require 3.283 into 100 by 23, that is 14.27 kg of air. Now the question says, so this is per kg. This is required for the combustion of 1 kg of the coal sample. The question says, calculate the weight of air required for the combustion of 5 kg of fuel. So for 5 kg, you just multiply it with 5, 14.27 into 5. So that is 71.369 kg. Now remember one thing. So one thing which is very important here is, whenever you are doing the calculation, please do the calculation for 1 kg of the coal, or if it is gaseous fuel, 1 meter cube of the fuel. And then you do the final conversion. Suppose the question says 5 kg, you multiply it with 5. If it says 500 grams, you divide it by 2, whatever is the requirement. But that should be done only in the last stage. Please do not try to do these conversions in the beginning. You are liable to make mistake and your sum will become wrong. So first you do the calculation for 1 kg and then you multiply or divide depending on the requirement of the question. So in this lecture I have dealt with only 2 questions. In the next lecture we will deal with questions of further complexity where we will calculate the amount of air when excess air is supplied, and we will also calculate the percentage composition of dry flue gases by weight. See, by volume we have already done in the first lecture, and in this lecture we have done calculation on the basis of weight. Now this will be continued in the next lecture, and the amount of flue gases when excess is supplied, when normal quantity, minimum quantity is supplied, all that we will be taking up in the next lecture. So that's all for now today. Thank you, and I hope you have understood how to calculate. You can practice more sums. I will provide you worksheets later. Thank you students. Thank you very much.